boy and a Japanese prison camp, the story of tonight's royal film. Well, good evening and welcome from Judy and me to the Odeon Cinema here in Leicester Square for the 42nd royal film performance.
And the film chosen is Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun, which is actually based in wartime Shanghai. It has a remarkable performance from Christian Bale, who's just 14 years old.
Yes, we'll be talking to him, we'll be talking to Nigel Havers, to other stars, and of course to the movie's director, Steven Spielberg.
Meanwhile, outside, it's a fine night. The crowds have been gathering for some time to watch the stars arrive.
Straight away, what was the attraction for you of Empire of the Sun?
Well, the first attraction was, I think, the brilliant book that J.G. Ballard wrote. And certainly within it, it was this boy's incredible odyssey, partially in many ways based exactly on what happened to J.G. Ballard himself during the war.
Now, Stephen, they do say that you have a magical way with young actors and actresses, making them do exactly what you need for the camera. To what do you attribute that?
I think they make me look awfully good. I think I have a good way about casting. I think I'm okay about casting the actor, but you know what they say, when a director casts the part, his job is half complete. And with Christian, it was exactly that way. He was a wonderful, intuitive actor who really never acted before. This was one of his, certainly his first leading role in a movie.
So there you were, with a great story, a great young man as a lead, and you had to go to China with limited time, not speaking the language. What sort of problems did you run into?
Well, I learned to say ni hao right away, and that was the first thing I learned how to say.
You persuaded me.
And the attractions, we had a wonderful crew. The whole crew came from England, from Britain, and they were great, and we just sort of, met them halfway. We used a lot of the Chinese from the Shanghai Film Studios, who served in functions like, assistant director and second assistant, and they interpreted for us, and they were involved in crowd control and logistical support, and without their cooperation, we wouldn't have, come close to, I think, authenticating some of the real events that took place during 41 in Shanghai.
You're quoted as saying that while there, you spent one of the most exciting 3 hours of your life. Is that true? Which 3 hours were they? I think it's the one we can talk about, Steve. It's where you were chatting to the students of the film school there.
Yes. We had a seminar with all the, not just film students, but working writers, producers, directors, cinematographers, film editors from all across China. They came from Beijing, Canton, and Shanghai. And we had an open forum, and we just discussed filmmaking. And once again discovered that film is the common language on this planet, that you don't really need an interpreter to understand that we all have the same problems, we share the same needs, and it's extraordinary.
Now, I know that there are some fabulous crowd scenes in the movie. How did you manage with the crowds?
Well, for one thing, all the crowd scenes were very carefully and very safely planned ahead of time on storyboards, and a lot of it also is illusion. It's making a lot of people seem like even more than a lot of people. But depending on what the lens I used and where the camera was placed. But the crowd control was wonderful because the people who took part in the filming were actually some of the people who actually were there during the Japanese incursion into Shanghai. And we put them immediately in the foreground because they really their faces sort of spoke a truth as to what they remembered having happened to them.
So you're getting authentic extras.
They were reacting according to how they remembered their lives to be in 40 years ago.
Stephen, I'm sure the crowd here tonight will love the film. I did. Thanks very much indeed.
Very much.
Thank you.